Hey, very good afternoon to you YouTube folks. This is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta, South Carolina. And today's topic, we're going to discuss an alternate look at handgun stopping power. There was an article on the Advanced Response Training website by Ellifritz. And I found something interesting about the 22 long rifle. This is one of my 22s. This is a Kel-tec P17, and I carry the 22 long rifle VELOCITOR and the 22 long rifle Stinger hollow points. Those are my two favorite cartridges. These are real high velocity at over 1,600 feet per second. And these are a little lower velocity, and they're clocking about I want to say 1475 or 1,500 feet per second. It's a 40 grain hollow point called the CCI VELOCITOR. That's what I kill most of my hogs with the 22. Anyway, this is a 17 shot 22 long rifle pistol. Two 16 round magazines with one in the gun that's 3 16 round mags, and that's a lot of firepower there for a little 22. But we want to talk about the lethality, the stopping power of the 22 long rifle. I too was a scoffer of the 22 until I shot a few animals with it and seen what it did to the animal. When you bring down a 300-pound boar with delivering one shot stop to the head, a charging boar now at less than 50 yards away, that's awesome. But in Ellifritz's article here, and I'll put the link up on the information about the video. I'll put the link in there for it. But anyway, I want to talk about the lethality of the 22. This is a 22 long rifle cartridge. The study is by the police of 154 people shot with the 22 long rifle. Out of the 154, 34% were fatalities. One shot stops with a hit to the torso or the head were 60% incapacitating shots. One shot hits to the torso or the head. The accuracy of these torso hits were 76%. And 31% were non-incapacitating. That means that they were wounded, but they were not in the torso or the head. So 60% is nothing to sneeze at. Now we'll go down here and we'll look at the 45, because I was a big 45 fan. I had that 45 mentality, that the 45 is just a one-shot stopper, caliber handgun. Of 209 people shot, only 29% were fatalities. Okay? One-shot stops were to the torso or the head were 39%. Of the of the 209 people that were wounded or shot in the study. 29%, only 29% were fatalities. So the 22 long rifle, folks, is nothing to scoff at. It's no toy. 60% one-shot stops. They say, 22 is not reliable for self-defense. Well, the statistics don't lie. It's a fact. I've had people say, well, how many people have you shot with a 22? None. But I have shot people with 9mm, 45, 223, and 7.62 in combat, defending my position or on patrol or in combat, engaged in combat with the enemy as an infantry soldier. So I do know that the 9mm and 45 do kill, and that wasn't no specialty hollow point ammo or anything like that. It was just ball ammo. Same with the 223. I hear people talk 223. Well, in Mogadishu, we shot skinnies with 223 and they didn't fall down. That's pure BS. They didn't fall down because he didn't hit them. You know, the military, you know, they're always trying to change the firearm or the caliber or whatever, you know. 223 does kill. I've seen it kill in 3 different conflicts. So, you know, in the 3 conflicts that I was in, it did kill people, okay? People who were shot and people that I shot with it died from it, you know, they were DRT, dead right there, okay? So we're talking about the lethality of the 22 long rifle. 60% in those percentages are awesome. Now this didn't give a percentage of rifle calibers. You know, it did go as far as the shotgun, or center fire. It didn't give a caliber of the rifle, but out of a center fire cartridge from a rifle, it said the percentage of people that were one-shot stops were 58%, and hits in the head or torso was 80%, and of those percentages, 81% of those were one-shot incapacitating shots coming from a high-velocity center fire. Okay, it breaks it down into 12 gauge. 90% were from a 12 gauge. Out of 146 people shot, 68% of them were fatalities. Of the percentage totally incapacitated, where they were one-shot stops, was 58%, and total hit in the torso or head, the one-shot stops was 86%, and the fatalities were 65%. So shotgun's badass. But anyway, we're talking about the 22 long rifle. Very often underestimated and very often overlooked. Sometimes people look at this as a toy. I had a guy tell me, if you shot me with a 22, I'd beat the snot out of you. Sorry, I don't think he would, you know, survive. Because at 21 feet, which is the average distance that most shootouts happen in, within 0 to 21 feet, which is 7 yards. 3 times 7, 3 feet in a yard, is 21. So if I can empty this pistol in short order, and I could keep a group smaller than a golf ball, on your head or your torso, you're toast. So it's very easy to control a 22. Very accurate at close distances out of a handgun. Now, it didn't break down the 22 in a long rifle, because 22 in a long rifle, you're getting 18, 20, 16-inch barrels in a 22 long rifle barrel. I've seen barrels as long on a 22 long rifle as 24 inches. That only increases the velocity of the round, and it even makes it more accurate with the rifle than it does with the pistol. And it extends because of the velocity is increased, so is the range increased. So the wounds on like coyotes and fox, small game, raccoons, possums, stuff like that, the wounds are devastating with these high velocity CCI hollow points, Stinger or VELOCITOR. VELOCITOR is more stabilized because it's 40 grains. The CCI is only 32 grain in the Stinger, so it's a little lighter bullet, but it flies a lot faster. It's got higher velocity and everything, but when that bullet hits, it explodes. It's explosive. I never recovered a whole bullet from an animal that I shot with a Stinger, but I have recovered a VELOCITOR round in the pig skull, and it didn't penetrate all the way through. Sometimes they penetrate all the way through, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they pass through the hide, through the body, through a vital, hit a bone. It tears the bullet up. There's a lot of damage to the bullet, but sometimes they exit, and sometimes they're just hanging in the skin on the exit where it exited. It's just hanging there under the fur and skin. Yes, for those who never hunted feral hogs, they do have hair like a bear. Okay, it's thick. Their hide is thick. But a 22 is nothing to sneeze at. The lethality of a 22 is 60% incapacitating. This is a lethal cartridge. This is nothing to play with. This is no child's toy. So those who think that the 22 is a toy and that it won't kill nothing, they're dead wrong. According to the statistics, a lot of people die. But like I said, I never shot a human being with a 22. But the other 223, 5.56, 7.62, 308, 50 caliber, 45 9mm pistol, I have had to use those weapons against other human beings in combat. But anyway, these weapons work, and ball ammo does put people down, but we're talking about the 22 as far as self-defense. If I was in a home and my wife had a 22 and that's all she can have or all you can afford, by all means, 22 is devastating. I recommend this this Kel-tec P17. This is an awesome firearm. $199 for this. But you can pick up a Rossi 22 long rifle. It's 11-shot rifle or 12-shot rifle. It has a little magazine. 22 long rifle. I think it's a 16 or an 18-inch barrel for $119. I suggest you pick one up. You can defend yourself with a 22. Anyway, this is Black Rifle, and if you go to the Active Response Training website, Just do a search, an alternate look at handgun stopping power by Greg Ellifritz. And no, I am not plagiarizing his article by telling you this in a video. Plagiarizing is stealing and taking credit for the work done in the article. I'm just repeating what's in the article. I told you the author's name, and I will post a link also to the article so you can go there and look for yourself. Bye-bye. This is Rick from North Augusta, South Carolina, with the alternate look at the handgun stopping power and lethality of the .22 long rifle cartridge. Bye-bye.